What's up, y'all? This is Relly back on another video. Yes, and today we got to talk about the Phoenix Suns because the Phoenix Suns completely proved me wrong. But before we get into that, I need y'all to smash that subscribe button. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, share it to somebody who ain't subscribed because we are still on that grind, and with y'all, I know I can get there. And when y'all are done with that, I need y'all to hover over to that like button and smash that too, so we can tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world. But with all that being said, we must talk about how the Phoenix Suns proved me wrong and what the Phoenix Suns would do in the NBA playoffs this year. And talk about why I don't think the Phoenix Suns is going to make the playoffs, and I don't even think they're going to make the bubble, right? And when I name you these teams, because I know a lot of people is like, oh, I want to hear the teams you have ahead of the Phoenix Suns. And I say, all right, here you go. I have the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Rockets, the Mavs, the Trailblazers, the Jazz, the Warriors. And those are my 8 spots for the playoffs. Phoenix Suns this season proved me wrong, right? They proved me wrong, right? They showed me that they did have some role players that can help. They proved to me that they could contend for a playoff spot. And I mean, by the record itself, they are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, and that is not something that is easy to do. So I can't even downplay what they have been able to accomplish when they've won 48 games in the hard Western Conference. So I have to give them their respect, right? I have to give Devin Booker his respect, DeAndre Ayton his respect. And most importantly, the player I've always respected in Chris Paul, I have to give him more respect because Chris Paul has once again showed me and others and the world that he can make any team a playoff contender team and a legitimate one, right? And this is where I have to answer the question, how far do I think the Phoenix Suns is going to go in this coming Western playoff, right? I took it upon myself to make the playoff brackets according to what the playoff would look like if the playoff started this moment. Keep in mind, it is still some play-in teams that could potentially shift how that 8th and 7th seed looks. But assuming the teams that is currently 8th and 7th won those games, this is how it would look for the East and the Western Conference playoffs, right? Now, that means the Phoenix Suns will be playing the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round. And honestly, I do not think the Phoenix Suns is going to beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I will say this. Maybe the Phoenix Suns is going to go 6 games, right? I don't see this going 7 games. Maybe they go 6 games. You know, if some drastic happens, they might go 5. But I think at best, the Phoenix Suns can push the Los Angeles Lakers 6 games. But like I said before, I do not see them going to the second round if the Los Angeles Lakers is their first round opponents, right? And I feel like we can all agree on that assessment. I believe if the Phoenix Suns possibly beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, they would completely be a dark horse in that series for sure. Like, nobody other than loyal Phoenix Suns fans would have penciled them in to beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, right? And I'm not saying this to slander the Phoenix Suns because the Phoenix Suns has showed me and taught me very quickly this season they are not a team to be slept on, especially when they are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. But when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers and you assume both teams is healthy, that's just too much for the Phoenix Suns to handle with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And especially if Andre Drummond decides to play like Andre Drummond, that is a lot of talent to try to slow down, right? Now, if the Phoenix Suns decide they're going to try to outshoot the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoff, maybe they win this series. But logically, LeBron James understands what he has to do in this playoffs, right? Chris Paul do too. He's a leader. He's a closer. He is a playoff performer. But LeBron James understands for real what he has to do, right? And Anthony Davis is not that far off now. He's understood what it takes to win a championship, what it takes to close out games. He understands what it takes to be a legitimate running mate for LeBron James, and I feel like that will be too much for the Phoenix Suns to handle. And for more amazing content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the grind. And with that being said, Go.
Hey, hey. Motivated all about cash flow. Ran it up and ran out of excuses. In the field and we turn into hoopers. For the clip like bonds we shootin'. Just like some soldiers we troopin'. Step back 3, we hoopin'. We in your house just like Fortnite.